In last 3 years, I completed 3 FTMO challenges, 2 the funded traded program challenges, 2 my Forex fund challenges, and 1 funding talent challenges using this simple but very profitable supply and demand strategy that I am going to share in this video. So please do not skip through any part because it is going to be a very important video if you are looking to become a funded trader and complete your evaluation, whether you are taking FTMO account or my Forex fund account or the funded trader program account. So the first step of this strategy is to pick any time frame you want. For this particular example, I will be using a 15-minute time frame, but you can use this strategy on a 5-minute time frame, on a 15-minute time frame, on 1 hour, and even on 4-hour time frame. After choosing the time frame, the next thing that we want to do is to find the trend of the market. And we only need to put our focus on the recent market moves. What has happened few months ago, it does not matter for us because we need to trade today. So we should be only focusing on the current market data. Now, once we choose our time frame and we find the recent market trend, we are going to do 2 things. The first one is we need to identify the break of market structure area. The second thing, we need to identify where is our demand zone in case of buyer's trend and where is our supply zone in case of seller's trend. So here we have a buy trend. So we are going to mark the break of structure area and then we will identify our demand zone so we can expect the market reaction from that area. Now firstly, we had this break of resistance area that we broke and created a new higher high here. After that, we made a movement to the downside, and from this level we made a strong movement and created a new higher high. We broke this previous higher high and we made a new higher high here. And once we made a new higher high, the first demand zone that we had is right here. So this area is considered a demand zone for us, and when the market will come to this area, we can expect a reversal. Now when the market made a higher high here, we got a movement to the downside. We retested the level of resistance that we broke, the previous higher high. We retested that level, made a strong support level here, and then we created a new higher high. So now the new break of structure area is right here. We broke this previous resistance or a higher high. We created a new higher high and the demand zone now is here. So what we are going to do, we can expect that the market will come to this area towards our demand zone and we can get a rejection at here so we can take the buy. Now another thing can happen similar to this movement. When we broke the previous resistance and created a new higher high, market came only towards that level. It tested the resistance, made a support, and then made a movement to the upside. So we can have that kind of a movement as well. So important thing to note here, if that happens, we are not going to take the trade. We want the market to come towards our demand zones. Either it can be towards here or it can be towards here. So we have 2 demand zones that are yet to be tested. So we can expect the market reaction from this area, or we can even further go down and expect the market reaction from this area. But our main focus will be this demand area, which is a very fresh, and we have recently created a new higher high. Now before I show you the steps to take the entry, let me tell you, if you are looking to become a funded trader, you can literally get free access to my private traders community and to my mentorship course. All you need to do is you have to take at least a $100,000 challenge account from the recommended firms that I have provided in the description. Take a $100,000 challenge account at least, send me the screenshot to falcontrader007@gmail.com. Use my links provided in the description to take the challenge and I will give you 100% free access to my private traders community where I will be sharing you daily trade signals to help you pass your evaluation even faster, and you will also get free access to my mentorship course as well. So now that we have understood that we need the market to come towards this level of demand, to retest it, to give us some sort of a rejection here, then we can take the buy, and we will not take any buy if the market will only come to this resistance area that we broke here and created a new higher high. We will not be taking any trade if the market retests this level and goes up. Now, a very important thing is that when we are getting a movement from the sellers to test the level of demand, we need a struggling movement. We need a lot of struggle from the sellers, which will show us that the big players of the market are still interested in taking a buy movement on this pair. Now, what kind of a struggle we need? If we look at the market data, you can see how we are moving down. We made this movement, then buyers showed up, then the sellers made a movement to the downside. And when the sellers made a movement to the downside, we can see the buyers again showed up. So basically, if we compare this side to our left hand side, which made the movement to the upside to create a higher high, we can clearly see the difference between both the movements. The previous movement to the upside seems to have a lot of strength, while the movement that we are having from the sellers, we are making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and now we are again going to make a new lower low while we are coming to test the level of demand from where the movement to the upside started. So let's resume and see what will happen. As you can see that we just created another new lower low. We broke this level previously and we have came to the level of demand. So what we need now, it's going to be a very important area for us. When the market has reached this area, we need one rejection first, and the rejection should be that the market after coming to this area, it should go up like we are going up. But after a very small movement to the upside, the market should come down again for the second rejection. And we can take the entry after the second rejection, place our stop loss just below the demand zone, and our target will be this area of higher high. So let's see how the market will react from this area. So here the market has came down again and we have got a second rejection. So if we are going to take a trade from here, that would be a very higher price. So we need a price at this area of demand. We are not going to take the trade when the price is higher. So always we have to buy low and sell high. So that means we need a better price so we can take a good opportunity. So we are just going to wait and see if the market will come to this level of demand from where we are just having a rejection. If we come to this level again and we see a lot of struggle from the sellers, then we will be taking a buy. Now as you can see, the market has came to this level again and we have started to get rejection. So anywhere we place our trade to the buy side from here and put our stop loss a little lower than the demand zone to give it some space, and our target at the higher high area is going to be a very good opportunity, and that will be a trade opportunity of 2.7 risk to reward ratio. So I always recommend to every single one of my students at the Falcon Trader mentorship program that you should be at least targeting 1 to 2 risk reward ratio from every single trade that you are taking, and that is what I also target when I take the trade. My normal risk to reward ratio is always 1 to 2.5 from every trade. So ultimately, if we can target a good risk to reward ratio, that will help us pass the evaluation even in a short period of time. So we won't have to take 20 trades to pass the evaluation. We can only pass the evaluation in 6, 7 or 8, 9 trades if your risk management is good and if your strategy is good and if you know how to control your emotions. So let's see how this trade has played. As we can see, the market tried to go down. That is why I said that we need to give some space to the trade so it can breathe. Even if the market tries to go down, it tries to take out all the stop losses that people placed at this area. It should be good for us because we need to give some space to the trade so it cannot get stopped out. But it does not mean that we will be placing our stop loss right here. We need to place our stop loss just a little lower than our demand zone, which is right here. So a stop loss is a little lower and our target is at the higher high area. Now as you can see, the market is going up smoothly and we are expecting the market to come towards that level of resistance that is right here, the higher high area, from where we can again have a rejection. So our target is only at this area. And you can see how well this trade performed. So let me recap every single thing for you. First of all, we need to choose a time frame. In our example, we chose a 15-minute time frame. And in that time frame, the next thing that we need to do is identify the market structure, identify where the market trend is heading. And while doing that, we need to mark the break of structure area and we need to mark our demand zones in case of uptrend and we need to mark our supply zones in case of sell trend. So we marked our demand zones, we marked our break of structure area. And from the recent demand zone, when the market will create a strong movement to the upside and make a new higher high, we can expect the market to make a pullback towards the demand zone and it should be having a lot of struggle in the movement. Like the upside movement in case of buy should be a very strong and the sell side movement should be a very weaker one. And once we will reach our demand zone, we need at least 2 rejections and we can then take the trade we can put our stop loss little lower than the demand zone and we can target the recent higher high area. So let me know what are your thoughts about this strategy in the comment section, and if you are serious about becoming a funded trader, you can simply just send me an email to falcontrader007@gmail.com and I will get back to you. You only need to take at least $100,000 challenge account from the links that I have added in the description, and you're good to go. You're good to join my traders community and my mentorship course for completely free. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Let me know if you have any question in the comment section.